Hello everyone, and welcome to my first video on my brand new channel, Sharpshooter Wrestling. In today's video, I'll be going through my top 5 greatest technical wrestlers of all time. I'd love to know yours too, so let's see if your list matches up with mine. If not, comment your top 5 and we'll see the differences. If you like the content, please consider punching that subscribe and like button and smack that notification bell for more content like this. Alright, now on to the video. Taking the 5th spot on my all-time greatest technical wrestlers of all time list, Mr. Perfect. There is a major argument to be made for Mr. Perfect as the greatest intercontinental champion of all time. Think about it. Right around the time Perfect won the IC title in 1990 against Tito Santana, the IC title became known as the workhorse for the WWE. Some say his showing during his Intercontinental title defense match against Bret the Hitman Hart at SummerSlam 1991 was his best technical in-ring performance ever. 280 days as champion, making Mr. Perfect's run the 6th longest in the company's history. The guy was all about being perfect and the absolute best, whether he was slapping gum out of the air or hitting no-look shots on the basketball court. Any chance of a challenge, he wanted to be the best. Each move performed, Mr. Perfect displayed a meticulous plan of attack. The confidence and bravado oozed out of him, making each outing more seamless than the last. See, I'm an old-school wrestling fan, and delivering a technical mat technician excites me. As his matches would progress and get closer to concluding, everyone was waiting for him to perform his finishing move, the perfect plex. It was such a thing of beauty watching him perform that finisher. A classic technical wrestler, such finesse and grace, will always be in my list of greatest technical wrestlers of all time. Curt Hennig will always and forever be known as absolutely perfect. Coming in at number 4 on my top 5 greatest technical wrestlers of all time list, Kurt Angle. He took the slap that started the Ruthless Aggression era. The guy's tough. I mean, he won a gold medal with a broken freaking neck. Remember that? He has tapped out many Hall of Fame talents, but it's the Pitbull-like mentality Angle displays. With a tenacious in-ring prowess, it's no wonder Kurt was always around the title picture. His rivalries with Cena, Triple H, and Brock Lesnar were some of the best storytelling programs of the Attitude Era. Keeping to his skill set and mastery of the squared circle, it wasn't often, but Kurt would fly high with an occasional moonsault off the top rope. His dedication and studious demeanor kept Angle to what his game was best at, the canvas. No wonder he's a Hall of Famer. With countless championships in his trophy case and a massive amount of class, any upstart thinking about making it in the wrestling business could easily mold their mat skills around the Olympian. Oh, it's true. It's damn true. Now, we can't have a top 5 greatest technical wrestler list without having this next wrestler on it. Coming in the number 3 spot, a man of many monikers and character evolutions over his current illustrious 32-year career in the wrestling business. He has won every championship I can think of in every promotion out there. Currently known as the Painmaker, but my favorite version of him is Lionheart. Yes, I'm talking about Chris Jericho. His incredible in-ring capability, it's no wonder he was the first ever WWE Undisputed Champion. Crafting his skills all throughout the world is one of the reasons he's been able to have such longevity. He's trained briefly in the 90s at the Hart Dungeon in Calgary, Alberta, Canada. A polished and decorated veteran, it won't be long before we see him with the gold around his waist, drinking a little bit of the bubbly as Le Champion. I hope we never ever see him retire. A class act at a one-day multiple organization Hall of Famer. We've reached the top 2 spots on my top 5 greatest technical wrestlers of all time list. The second spot was a hard choice, but goes to who some say is the greatest technical wrestler, not just of this generation, but of all time, the American Dragon, Bryan Danielson. Since his days in Ring of Honor and Tough Enough on WWE, you can see the mat prowess and heart he possesses. A mat technician, and I hope one day again, a world champion. From the hammer and anvil elbow strikes, to the label lock, to the crossface, to the Mexican surfboard, to those malicious, educated feet that deliver those leg kicks across the chest, Danielson is one tough and relentless SOB. Okay, I have this thought. Let me know what you guys think in the comments if you agree or if you disagree. I think Danielson would have fit right in the Attitude Era perfectly. Still, with all that talent back then, I think he'd still be a multi-time champion. His mat IQ is one that most just simply do not possess. Every time I see him come out, I think to myself, spoiler alert, he's gonna win. The way he pretzels his opponents and transitions from submission to submission is just so seamless. It's wrestling poetry in live action. As for the question of who's on the Mount Rushmore of technical wrestling, and if Bryan Danielson is on it, I have one word for you. Yes! Yes! Haha, thanks, John. Now to the number 1 spot on my top 5 greatest technical wrestlers of all time list. I was dropping little hints all the way through the previous 4 spots. If you can tell where the Easter eggs were, let me know in the comments. This wrestler is without a shadow of a doubt the excellence of execution. Bret the Hitman Hart. The amount of respect I have for this competitor is unmatched to any other in the industry. He is the pinpoint precision hitman. Picks a point of attack and game over. It's the pink and black attack. From the running bulldog to the side Russian leg sweep, to the double axe handle from the second rope to his opponent's face, it really doesn't matter. The moment he steps through those ropes, it's all just a formality. The display of wrestling Bret showcases is nothing short of a clinic. And one more thing, Bret's not afraid to go toe-to-toe or shot for shot either, but be careful not to piss him off, because he's been known to use steel chairs and ring posts for those he deems worthy of some extra force and brutality. He is unlike any other technical wrestler I know. Randy Orton touches on this briefly in his matches with the Garvin Stomp. The Hitman is nothing short of an assassin, and when he's ready, he's gonna slap you in the sharpshooter, and you best pray you have some intestinal fortitude and you're close to the ropes, because if you're not, good night. You're either gonna tap out or you're gonna pass out. Don't believe me? Go ask Stone Cold Steve Austin what he thinks. A Canadian born and bred babyface killer. The Hitman has won championship after championship after championship. And if it wasn't for a kick in the head from a certain somebody, Bret would still be winning championships today to add to his illustrious and prestigious career. Bret Hart is by far my all-time favorite wrestler, and that goes for in-ring performers, technical wrestlers, most relatable, and most memorable. Sorry, Chris, but when it comes to the best of the best, the cream of the crop, without question, Bret Hart is the best there is, the best there was, and the best there ever will be, because he's the excellence of execution. Thank you for watching, and for more wrestling videos like this, remember to please subscribe, let me know your top 5, and I'll catch you in the next one.